Everybody's in Anfield. No question.
Hi, Pep.
Hi, James.
Last season, certainly towards the end of the season and during the summer, you said quite a few times that you had to buy goals. That was something you had to buy, not something you could create. After missing out on Sanchez and Mbappe, you didn't buy goals, but if you look at you this season, goals haven't been a problem at all. Were you wrong, or have you, or is that something you've done to?
Yeah,
to
maybe
change it?
maybe I'm wrong. Always I believe that the create game, create play, create good action is the best way to score goals. But we don't forget, last season we didn't have Gabriel. So we didn't have it all the season. He played just 3-4 games when he came in January, 3-4 games, and after was injured 3-4 months and played the last period. So, but of course especially when we had in the beginning with Mendy and Kai Walker, we can attack more the fullbacks, and our wingers were more inside. And like Raj and Leroy and Bernardo Silva, we play more close to the striker. That's why we create a lot of this. But now without Mendy, you have a little bit problem to put, because you have the quality to go up and down. Fabi is so good, but not had the quality to go 40 times like Kai, like Danilo, like Mendy. It's completely different. That's why you have to adapt a little bit the way we attack with Fabi playing that position. But the important is the fact that we are solid. We don't concede too much. So against the last champion, again, one of the teams I admire the most by far, like Chelsea, we didn't concede too much, and that is so important. And the way we play, I believe the way we play is so important. But of course, the quality to put the ball on the net, that you have to buy it. So that you cannot teach. So I cannot teach Sergio, Gabriel, these guys to score a goal. It's talent, like one guy like Nico is strong in the air, so it's another challenge. So it's the same.
So would you say that you no longer need that? Has Gabriel changed your mind on that, or do you still feel the same?
No, I changed the same. So when you have a guys in your squad and they are able to score each one 20, 25 year goals, it's a good advantage. You will be with some of the games when it's equal and one guy for himself. We cannot forget the last two games, for example, against Shakhtar Donetsk and against Chelsea. The first goal was Kevin De Bruyne for the more than 16-yard box, go to exceptional 2 goals. So last season was in the post. Last season I don't remember how many goals we are able to score like it did. So, but at the end, how influence has their manager or the team in that? I don't know. I think 0. So take the ball, control, and put it there. So it's talent, and that is, you have to buy it.
We've seen this season so far, David Silva has created more assists than anyone else in the Premier League. He's probably gone under the radar though, with people like Kevin De Bruyne perhaps getting more of the headlines, more credit.
Yeah, but he scored goals.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Absolutely.
Have you deliberately surrounded David Silva with players to, I don't know, extend his career? Because you've surrounded him with a lot of fast players, a lot of young players who maybe were seeing people like Bernardo Silva as a potential replacement for David Silva, but is it more a case of you're trying to elongate his career?
No, last season we had, for example, Fabian Delph was most of the time injured in the middle, and we didn't have Gundogan because, like Mendy this year, 6-7 months injured, and we didn't have too much replacers from David and Kevin last season. They play a lot, and they need a little bit break to be in the high level. So we take Bernardo can play in 3-4 positions, and Gundogan is back for sometimes give him a break. But there's no doubts about David. David have, I think, a recognition for all the world, around the world, how good he is. So his teammates give him a lot of credit about his quality. I think the media, I think the fans. He's a special player, a player I like a lot. He's intelligent, he's a fighter, he's a competitor, he's a winner. He's a guy who have the quality to keep the ball, to play, and always we spoke about him about many times. So you have to be so happy because you have the recognition, not about just the media, because the media sometimes depends on the statistics. If David scored the next games 3 or 4 goals, he will be highlight. He will be there, definitely. So, but he's a so important player for us, so important player, and he loves to be here. He's a part of the history, what the generation from Joe Hart, Vincent Kompany, Yaya Touré, Sergio, is that guys that gave that club and step help. You know, a step when we hear a step important to consider Manchester City, I start to think about, okay, they are a good team, so they help us. They help us a lot, and David is one of them.
And he will get a new contract. Are you confident about that? That he will sign a new contract?
I think again, so it's about the manager, it's the cheeky, but I think we would like to put a stay until he decides, okay, it's over. Of course, we would like.
Pep, do you remember Mark Hughes from his days at Barcelona?
I was a ball boy too.
What do you remember?
With Gary Lineker as well.
Yeah.
Well, he played 1 or 2 seasons there. 1 season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was a tough period in Barcelona in that year, in that time, I think so. Difficult striker to stop in the box. So a strong fighter, like their teams now. Of course, he was one of the top strikers in the Premier League.
What do you make of him as a manager?
Him?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not here to judge my colleague. So I think he's making a good job in Stoke in the past as well. So he's a aggressive manager in terms of their teams always so complicated to beat.
Do you think he's managed to introduce a little bit of Barcelona's style at Stoke?
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't.
I don't know.
What do you think of their style?
A style of what?
What do you think of Stoke's style?
I'm not here to judge the styles for the other ones. So no, but it looks like I have to say the style is good or not. So I'm here to judge the style. Every manager knows their players, know exactly the club, know the history of the club, the history of the country. So everybody use and play. It depends on the quality the players they have, but always it's a mark. So they bought in the past Bojan or now players now Shaqiri and Jesus, a top player. Choupo-Moting, I know him from my period in Germany, who play amazing in Mainz, in Schalke. So always they have the quality to take and buy a good players. So all of them in front, they are so dangerous.
Does Mark Hughes remember you as a ball boy?
Sorry?
Does Mark Hughes remember you as a ball boy?
To me?
Yeah.
No way. I was so young. I didn't ask him the t-shirt.
Pep, I know you don't like talking about your colleagues at other clubs, but I was just wondering, have you seen what Mauricio Pochettino's had to say about you today?
About?
Pochettino's been talking about you in his press conference today.
Yeah.
And was claiming that you were disrespectful towards Tottenham after the Chelsea match.
I'm disrespectful.
That's what he said, yeah.
Explain further what
he.
I think Mauricio, for the times we meet each other, for the time from I spoke with him, maybe my English is not quite well. I never was disrespectful for my colleague. I never was respectful in the press conference for that. Never. It just when I said Harry Kane's team, for the fact that Harry Kane is scoring a lot of goals, and I know perfectly that Tottenham is not Harry Kane alone. So I think last season, for the guy who speak the most appreciated the way they play was me about Tottenham. And when he lose against Chelsea in a semi-finals, I said it was incredible because Chelsea shoot 4 times in the target, scored 4 goals. And always I said Tottenham is the best team, one of the best teams playing. So a little bit disappointed if he said that. I don't know what he said, but never was respectful in that period here about my colleagues. I respect a lot what Tottenham does in the last period, in the last 2 or 3 years. A lot of credit, and the way they play, and the way we want to show to the football in the English Premier Football, the way he proposed, always attacking, always going there. I said many times, it's just review when I said. When I spoke after the Chelsea game about how good is already United, that you play like Jose Mourinho plays. I gave a lot of credit about Tottenham because maybe I don't believe it's always a contender side. The last season finished better than us, so that means a lot. So, but it's okay. If I spoke many times with Mauricio, if he believes on that, just to say maybe I should say Pochettino team instead to say Harry Kane's team. But I did it because he scored 2 goals more against Huddersfield and goal in national team and goal in the national team. But I think Mauricio make a mistake. I never in my career here was respectful. Maybe I can answer when someone attack my team or my club, but never was unrespectful about what Mauricio or what the Tottenham did.
That's good, because it was a bit of a surprise to see him say that, because you have been glowing in your praise of Tottenham before. Last season,
Listen, what I said. It's over. So that's all.
Pep, you touched upon Fabian Delph earlier. I wonder if you could talk a little bit more to us about how he's played this season and what he's brought to the team when he's been playing.
Well, he's a midfield player, but now he's helping in the fullback, so that's why I'm satisfied. I'm so happy about. I said after the Chelsea game, after the Shakhtar Donetsk game, so I'm so happy of his performance, and of course it's going to help us. Hopefully, he can be fit. The problem with Fabi in the past, in the last last years, is always a little bit muscular problems. But when he's able to keep fit and play regularly, will be top.